Good evening, y'all. Who's on here? The first person on here for the evening. Lynn, that's you. You tend to be first. Or Lillian. Or Doreen. Alright, I'm at the gym at LA Fitness, even though I'm wearing a Crunch t-shirt. So I'm on the treadmill, getting my workout done. And you know what? Since my last weigh-in, I actually had to drop some pounds, which was, what, 6 pounds? Something like that. But, and I wasn't even working out hard or anything. But I can't say that I had changed my eating habits tremendously either. So, I guess I must be doing something right. But of course, I do try to work out 2 days a week, but that's not enough. But it's not always about exercising. It's always about changing eating habits and just changing just a little bit, you know. Later on, I'm going to show y'all my Vitamix that I bought from QVC. I bought it, I got it last week. I meant to do a video on it. So I'm going to show y'all my Vitamix that I purchased on QVC. And I made a couple of smoothies so far. So I'm going to really start focusing back on my fitness journey YouTube videos. Since I started my YouTube channel was on my fitness goals. So it's good to kind of go back to the original purpose of my YouTube video. And it'll give me more of a motivation to watch my transformation, you know. But there's a lot of things I've learned through the years when I was going through my fitness journey. And it's not always about working hard or doing some HIIT exercises and all that strenuous workouts to get in shape. It's more about reducing my stress levels. You know, I'm gonna start doing more yoga, for instance. I've been doing, last night I was working out in the pool, and boy, let me tell you, this particular instructor, when I do the aqua aerobics, I'm gonna start doing that on Mondays and Wednesdays with this particular class, because she gives you a workout with the weights, and you really are working out. You know, it ain't no grandma, you know, simple things in the pool. You're really working out strength-wise, total fitness, everything. But anywho, that is not my video topic for today or tonight. My video topic is, so the government shutdown is over for now. And I was kind of surprised that it didn't go as far, but you know what? It just simply proves that if the Democrats stood their ground with Trump, and he realized that the longer that government shutdown was to linger on, the worse it would have been. So, and he was not winning that battle, and he's not going to win that battle in 3 weeks. So I just think that 3 weeks from now, I don't think the government's going to shut down again. in 3 weeks. I doubt very much. If Trump does that and he turns around and refuses to sign a new bill or whatever it's going to be, I could tell you, I could assure you, there's going to be some hell. And pretty much his re-election is going to be done with, to be honest. But I don't really think he really cares about being a second-term president. I just think he's going to do all his damage in his last 2 years. And then it's going to get to a point where he's going to be a lame duck president when next year come around. Because when next year comes around, he's not going to be able to do anything. And when he gets to that point, he's not going to, all those promises he was so-called making to his supporters, it ain't going to come to light. And I hate to say this, but I pray to God it doesn't become into another recession where things starting to get really bad, particularly when it comes through about this job economy and everything else. Because let me tell you, my assignment at the company I was telling you about, it was over Tuesday. And I'm not going to go into specific details on it because I knew it was seasonal. And that's just let me tell, okay, I'm going to tell you the company, T-Tech, is a slimy company. Anytime you see anything online for work at home job, T-T-E-C-C, T-Tech. Used to be Teltech at one time. Don't waste your time, please. Do not waste your time. And some of y'all know, I spoke to some of y'all personally about the situation, but I don't want to get too much into it about it. So basically, it was a position with taking calls, the CVS pharmacy, and doing mail service. And let me tell you, that was the most, it was okay working with them for MedD, but it just shows to me that a lot of these members, particularly MedD, is for like when you get to 65 and you have to have a prescription plan. How these members called in taking all these medications for high blood pressure, not high blood pressure, diabetes, all sorts of things that I'm not saying is preventable because I'm diabetic, but I'd be damned that when I get into my 60s, 65, 70, 75 and be struggling with paying basic things and spending so much money in prescription drugs for things that you really could try to prevent, which is basically keeping yourself in health and working out and eating properly, and that's it. That's why when I'm sitting there every day and I was listening to these, you ask people, how's your day going? They was like so miserable. I never spoke to a bunch of miserable customers in my life. Now, at some point you have to be sympathetic, and I understand that, But some people, some of these old people, boy, they were outright nasty and evil and mean. It was like, and I'm not saying I have the most patient person, but I show my patience to a certain extent. But sometimes some of these people, they outright. I know. where people get all your conversation. I'm not even in. Anyway, people, when I was listening to some of these older people with all these, I mean, and don't get me on the issues with the oxycodone, which is, people got so addicted talking about they've been taking oxycodone and oxycodone for 20 years over, talking about they were taking it for their back, but they had back issues 30 years ago, and you still taking oxycodone. And then now the government starting to the government started regulating because it's now an epidemic. And I said, shit, I was like, I'm not being judgmental, but goddamn, sometimes you have to take control of your health when you're in your younger age, because how you take care of yourself in your younger youth, not even talking about teenagers, I'm talking about all your life. All of your life. You could honestly prevent a lot of these, taking these prescription drugs, because I'm gonna tell you, if it's like it is now with these high costs of prescriptions and healthcare, and people struggling to pay and have insurance and paying all that money in insurance, I was like, that taught me working there at that call center, listening to those people with those prescriptions and all these health issues and all that stuff. I was like, I'm gonna turn around and get my butt right into this damn gym. And when I leave here, I'm gonna go to the new supermarket that just opened up the street called Lidl's. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's a German supermarket. It's similar to Aldi's. I went there earlier today, and I'm gonna take y'all to it. I'm gonna go and make a pit stop there because I bought me some baby bananas and 2 apples so I can make my smoothie in the morning. And I'm gonna show y'all my smoothie and my Vitamix tomorrow morning. And I love it, but I need to buy me some more ingredients so I can start making homemade soups. And I'll probably do that tonight. I'm gonna make me some soup, so I gotta remember to buy me a couple of romaine tomatoes, vegetables, and just try to make it. I want to make try to make broccoli cheddar soup, but the healthy version. And so I'm gonna buy me, hopefully they got broccoli, but they probably do. Buy me some broccoli and let's see, a couple other things. I'll have to go ahead and try to make me a vegetable soup, but I'm gonna do it in my Vitamix, so it does all the things it says it does, and I'm gonna test it out. I should have been in that spinning class, but we have to make reservations for the spinning class, and I didn't want to jump on a bike, but I didn't have no reservation, so I said I'll wait and see if I eventually can get a spot in the class. But that spinning class seems to always be, people make reservations, so they're going to do next time. When I know there's a spinning class going on, I'm going to wait and see if there was empty seat, and then I'll take the spinning class because I have to wait. But now when I look across the room, it seems like everybody that showed up. So, but anyways, ain't nobody saying nothing. What happened? Nobody saying nothing. I know I'm at the comments should not need to say no. I hope not. Live chat, all messages are visible. But let me tell you, but going back to that other BS company, the people that I work with, ooh, I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't take it. I just, I like some of the people I work with, co-worker wise, but those so-called people who call themselves team leads, and I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even going to get into it about them because, soon you know, they're going to be right back in the same position. They're going to be back in the same position when they came in there. They came in there just like regular customer reps. Some of them think that they permanent, and they just as seasonal as well. The way how certain particular person that I was assigned with. But I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna think about it with that bitch. Because when it's all said and done, they're gonna get theirs. Craziness. Ain't nobody, you ain't saying nothing. I'm trying to get my workout done and do my live stream at the same time so it won't seem so long. I'm not gonna be on this too long. I just want to be able to get my steps in. Let me see. But anyway, I do have some lineups for other positions. I'll let y'all know what happens in 2 days, but I am going. I have an interview tomorrow with one of these temp agencies that I'm going to go into, and basically it's you have to have experience in healthcare. So one good thing I could say about is that I did gain at least some experience in healthcare, and next time when I go with a company that I should have worked with, and this other company was working from home, basically doing the same thing I was doing, I should have, next year when they hire again, I'm going to take it because this one company, there's several companies that does Med-D, so, but next time, this year, I'm just gonna when around somewhere around September, October, they always hire again, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know why y'all saying nothing. I know my chat shouldn't be blocked. If somebody is in the room, say something, say hi, say something, so I know that it's working. If not, I'm just gonna move on and just turn it off. Yeah, look at that snow. Jesus, that don't make no sense. I'm so glad I don't live in Chicago and all that Midwest. Talking about it's colder than Antarctica. And it said, what, 6 people died because of the snow, being in that cold, freezing weather. I don't even know what they were doing. Where were they at for that to happen? I know my mother's glad she's not up in New York anymore. Jesus, can you imagine? I don't know how soon people's gonna be able to withhold. I don't know if people gonna be able to withhold next move. They're gonna have to, in my later in life, I know eventually it will be probably going back to South Carolina, but it ain't gonna be nowhere freezing cold like that. Nope, no way. I have not reached my heart rate for fat burning. turning zone. Let me speed up this treadmill a little bit more. Take a light jog. I ain't gotta run, blow out my knees. Just take a light jog. I'm almost at a mile. 0.86. So I've got 0.14 miles to go to get to a mile. I gotta reel back, doing back my 18 miles per hour. So that means I'm off from that speed. But that's okay. I'm just gonna keep on at it and keep going and build up my endurance and build up my strength. So that way by the time spring comes, I'll be able to go up to that Stone Mountain, climb up that mountain, poor Justin. If y'all watch Empire, he was attacked by some homophobic racial people, you know. See, talking about make America great again, shouting racial slurs and stuff. Next time, that's why people need to go back to carrying guns. That when somebody gonna come and attack you, they can shoot them straight in the fucking face. Okay, why they making a big deal about this? About they need to see the phone records and stuff. That ain't something you're gonna make up. Who gonna make that up? Talk about they seen him on film with a rope around his neck going home. Now they're gonna try to say the story hasn't changed, but you know. Mixed messages. Yep, I made a mile, y'all. 1 mile. Misquoted in testimony. They talk about that dumbass Trump with the intelligence agency. I thought they were trying to say okay, ain't nobody saying nothing, so I guess I'll talk to y'all later. But to go back to my topic of my video, 3 weeks from now, that whole talks about government shutdown, it ain't gonna happen this time around because the new attention is gonna be brought about this Trump and this damn intelligence issues, and they may go back to that really A-frame. Something else is gonna come up. I can assure you. Something else is gonna come up, and it's gonna take that attention away by shutting down the government. Trump gonna think he got power, but let me tell you, he got something coming about that whole entire um, he's in command and he's in charge. You're gonna find out real quick. Get mad at that thing's spinning class. Okay, I'm finished. 30 minutes. Cool down. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'm just gonna finish my cool down, which I got 3 more minutes. I'll talk to y'all later.